Right, so I have been talking about this for a little bit. Had a vote poll thingy go out earlier on in the year, which was just getting you guys to kind of vote on what charity marathon I should do in the summer of this year. The one with the most votes would be done, like, would be the one that I have planned, and the one with the second most votes would be done as part of Thankmas, as part of the Thankmas charity streams. Those are still going to be what did get the most votes, but because I don't have all of the games that I was going to do for the platform marathon, like I still don't have Rayman. I don't have I don't have enough platformers to really. I don't have a Wii capture card either yet, so I don't have enough games that I can record properly. I can stream properly and have set up to do that and have it be longer than a couple days. So what I've done is I've compiled a bunch of licensed games, 30 to be precise. This is including superhero games, so I've melded the licensed games and superhero games together to get enough for 30 days plus incentive games. So the incentive games are basically just rounding out sequels that for games that I got after after writing the list. So those incentive games, what that basically means is, if anyone knows of the streaming YouTube channel Hellfire Commentaries, what they do whenever they do a charity marathon is that every £1,000 a new day of the marathon is unlocked, which will include a certain amount of games. For me, it's going to be significantly lower because just like channel size is not that big, and also the way the economy is at the moment, I don't expect to raise even £1,000. So I have it currently set at 100, as I do every charity event thing that I do, but with every 100 on top of the £100 that I have set as the base goal, I will be adding a new day onto the charity marathon. So the timetable goes a little bit as such. I have 20 days planned, and then I think a couple. I don't want to go crazy with the amount of incentive days, but I want like 2 or 3, I think. So the first day on the 3rd of August, so this will start on the 3rd of August running to the 23rd, and some incentive days after that if we raise that amount of money. First day, Marvel Ultimate Alliance. It's a long one, it's a big one. I wanted to do this one first because it's Marvel, gets people in there. I wanted to do a game that a lot of people know, that a lot of people recognise, with characters that people recognise, and then I can mix in the lesser known games or the more niche games throughout when there's already interest in people talking beforehand. But we've got Marvel Ultimate Alliance as the first day, possibly the longest game that I'm going to be running. I don't know if it's longer than the X-Men Legends games, but yeah. What I also want to do is I want to have like stretch goals for specific games, but I haven't thought about that yet. It might be something that I do later down the road when I've got more planning and more people around me to help plan as well. But yeah, Marvel Ultimate Alliance is going to be the first game we do. That's probably going to be running me all through the night. to be honest, because it's just such a big game. It might be like at least 12 hours. At the least 12 hours. So then we have day 2 on the 4th. That's going to be TMNT for PS2. So that's going to be the 2007-2008 animated movie, the CG movie, which has like the weird one with the statues that come to life, and Raphael in a costume as the Night Watcher. Whoever remembers that movie, there's going to be a little bit of excitement for that. That's going to take on average about 3 to 4 hours. So I've packaged that in also on day 2. We're doing the Ghost Rider movie game, the Nicolas Cage one. Also for PS2. That's going to be a lot of fun. I really like that game, actually. I grew up playing it. The bike sections are terrible, so it should be a lot of fun watching me get very angry at some very, very bad motorcycle sections. We then have Injustice, Injustice 1. I'm going to be playing both. Injustice 2 isn't for a while after Injustice 1, but Injustice 1... for PS4, I'll be playing the definitive edition. I'm going to go through the story, and then depending on how late we finish it, I might do a couple matches with the DLC characters as well. Depends how late into the game, or how late into the night we finish the game. Day 4 is going to be a little Pixar Incredibles mini marathon. We're going through The Incredibles and The Incredibles Rise of the Underminer, both for PS2. Day 5 is Justice League Heroes. Kind of basically a watered down Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Won't take nearly as long, because I think it's only like 7 or 8 hours. But I remember it being very difficult, so I've packaged it in as its own separate day, because it's just going to take that long. And I don't think I'm going to want to play anything else after beating it. Because I remember it being not very good and very difficult. So, yeah. Speaking of not very good, day 6, we're going to have Disney's Dinosaur for the PS2. Possibly the worst game I've ever played. Most of these games are going to be the majority blind. So most of these games I haven't actually completed before, but I'm going to try and complete them for the first time in one sitting on stream for charity. So that's a big thing for me. Disney's Dinosaur, possibly the worst game I've ever played. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of taking the piss. And then we have the Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe for PS2. I think it's an okay game. It's basically just a Lego game. I don't think either of those are going to take me that long, so I'll package them together. We then have a Fantastic Four-a-thon. So I'm playing the PS2 versions of both Fantastic Four and Fantastic Four Rise of the Underminer. Rise of the Underminer? No, Rise of the Silver Surfer. I've written down Underminer because I got confused with Fantastic Four and The Incredibles, but it's Rise of the Silver Surfer. The PS2 version, I think, it's certainly shorter than the PS3 version, so it's arguably better for that reason. But it's also, think Marvel Ultimate Alliance, but not being able to change character throughout. So it's all of the worst parts of Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Day 8 is a mini Lord of the Rings-a-thon, which should be shorter than the trilogy itself. So we've got Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers and Return of the King. Both are PS2 editions, or PS2 versions. I am not doing Fellowship, because Fellowship is bad. I don't own it, but from what I've seen of Fellowship of the Ring, it's not really one of those games that's very streamable. I don't think any PS2 game is necessarily that streamable, but the Two Towers and Return of the King are at least short games that I can get done in a sitting. We then have Injustice 2, sequel to Injustice 1. It was actually the game that I started my streaming journey with, so that's going to be interesting to actually play through the story of that when I've played through a lot of the multiplayer and the online stuff, and a lot of trying to get 100 wins. So yeah, that's going to be fun. One Piece World Seeker is going to be completely blind. I've never played that before. That's a PS4 game. We then have X-Men Legends. That's a massive one. I've got it in one day. PS2 version again. We then have Transformers the game and Scooby-Doo Unmasked. Those are going to be on day 12. So Transformers the game. Hopefully it doesn't take me that long. I think it's around the 5 to 6 hour mark, and Scooby-Doo Unmasked is very short, so I should be able to get that done within like 4-ish hours. Hopefully a little less than that. But both games I think shouldn't be too taxing. We then have a kind of early 2000s superhero movie game day with Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man, and X-Men the game. We then have X-Men Legends 2, which is going to be right the day after X-Men, which I prefer X-Men Legends 2 to X-Men Legends 1 a lot better. It's got a much better team roster, and the good thing about X-Men, the X-Men Legends games and Marvel Ultimate Alliance is it's got that audience interaction thing as well, where you guys can vote on which characters you guys want me to play. So day 15 is like a non-Disney or non-Pixar animated showcase day. We have Robots and Over the Hedge. That's going to be a lot of fun. Robots is basically just Ratchet and Clank, but the Robots movie. And Over the Hedge, who doesn't like Over the Hedge, man? It's an amazing film. We then have a back-to-back double bill of Hulk games. Day 16 is going to be the 2008 Hulk movie, the Edward Norton one. We get to laugh at some hilariously short cutscenes, and it should be a lot of fun. We then have Ultimate Destruction, which is one of the greatest superhero games ever made. So yeah, day 17 should be a lot of fun. We then have day 18, which is going to be the SpongeBob movie game, which I know a lot of people are going to be excited for. We then have day 19, which is Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. A little bit of a tribute to Johnny Depp winning his court case against Amber Heard. Go fuck yourself, you bed shitting wanker. I shouldn't talk about women like that, but Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, never actually played that much of the game, so it should be very interesting. We then have The Simpsons Hit and Run on day 20, possibly what is regarded as one of the best licensed games ever. Then the incentive days. So day 21 of the incentive block, £200 raised. You guys will unlock Spider-Man 2. 300 raised, you'll unlock Spider-Man 3, the PlayStation 2 version, not the PlayStation 3 version. And then £400 raised, you guys will unlock the big one, Lord of the Rings: The Third Age. I've locked that behind day 4 because behind day incentive block 3 and 4 because it's an RPG. It's about 40 hours long, so it's not something that I can do in one sitting, not feasibly anyways. So it's something that I'm going to break up into two bits, possibly 3 bits, or possibly into 3 days. Doing like 10 hours or like 15 hours a day. So yeah, if we do raise £400, then we get Lord of the Rings: The Third Age. Not a game I necessarily enjoy that much, because I'm not a big fan of turn-based RPGs, but it's something that I own, and it's huge. It's a massive game. It's possibly the biggest, like lengthwise, licensed game I own. So yeah, that's gonna be the big shiny pinnacle. We also have Spider-Man 2, which again is known as one of the best licensed superhero games ever, shadowed only by the 2018 Insomniac Spider-Man. Then we have Spider-Man 3, which is known for being infamously bad, and the PS2 version is a lot worse. But hopefully we get the donos in for that because it's got Morbius in it, and we can get morbed. So I will see you guys on the 2nd or on the 3rd when we play Marvel Ultimate Alliance. I will get a proper timetable actually made. I've got someone in the community that's making a like snazzy timetable thing that I'm going to post in community tab, and I'm also going to have like the timetable be a pop-up on stream anyway. I will be officially returning to Twitch on the 2nd, but I'm going to do like a Q&A building, like Lego building stream, and then I'm gonna be starting this on the 3rd. So this is absolutely massive. It's something that I want to do really well. I want to push this as much as possible, and hopefully this will be like an annual thing that we do, or a biannual thing that we do. I'm doing 2 this year because the Platformathon was the one that got voted on the most, but unfortunately I just haven't planned that right. I haven't planned that necessarily that well. And plus I just don't own enough platformers to make it worthwhile, and I don't have the recording setup software or hardware to actually play Wii games yet, and most of my platformers are on the Wii, so that's a big thing there. But yeah, I'm really excited for this. There's a lot of games that I'm excited to play. There's a lot of games that I'm dreading. There's a lot of dog shit here. There's a lot of fun stuff as well. I know Simpsons Hit and Run, that's going to be a lot of fun. Ultimate Alliance, that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm not too sure about staying up for 14 hours to play it, but you know, that's my choice. You know, it's all for charity as well. So I don't know if it was a good idea putting the big action RPGs into this list as well, but you know, gotta do what gotta do. It's all in the name of mind. It's all in the name of charity. It's all for a good cause. So I will see you guys on the 2nd when we start the licensed Game-a-Thon 2022. See you guys then. Peace. And let me know in the comments below what day you're most excited for. See you guys in the next video. See you guys on the 2nd or on the 3rd, depending on when you want to come back to Twitch streams. And yeah, peace.